I follow the 13 moon calendar, which is a Mayan calendar, and each day is encoded with a specific signature or energy. And today's energy is called yellow resonant human. So, what does this mean? Well, resonance is all about the frequency that we're emitting and picking up on. We're resonant beings. We are harmonizing to the energies that are around us. Now, we can either influence this energy or we can be taking in energy. And whether we like it or not, we're always taking in energy, which is why it's really important to pay attention to how you are conducting yourself. Who are the people that you're choosing to be around? What are the conversations that you're having? What are you doing with your time? What are you choosing to read, to watch, to engage in? Because all of this has an effect on us. With Yellow Human, what this is all about our ability to influence, our free will choice. So we're not victims of our lives in any matter. We are the ones that are creating it. We're always creating that which is around us. So if you look out into the world and you see war and disease, where are you contributing to that? Because if that's what you're seeing around you, then that is what is happening within you. Does it mean that this is not happening in the world? Of course it is. Does it mean that if you're not paying attention to it, you're spiritually bypassing it? No, that's not true. And I know there's a lot of people that want you to choose a side or choose a stance on something in order for them to be able to feel comfortable, because there's that inability to be able to sit in the uncomfortableness. And that uncomfortableness is knowing that you can know what is correct and right and wrong in terms of, what is good for all of humanity and good for yourself, without having to completely be on a path to condemn others. Because all of this is happening to bring something to our attention. Does this mean people aren't getting hurt? Of course, people are getting hurt. And these things are tragic. But if we view them with tragedy, we invite more tragedy into our lives. And so this is our ability to influence. So it's really interesting, because when we start to look at the world through this lens of being able to, influence others and influence with our actions, and to be able to be resonant and be able to harmonize and pick up on it, then we start to understand truly how we are the masters of our reality. Now, this is extremely appropriate as we end this year and move into the next year. When we tap into this new energy, we are looking at what is it that we are letting go of and what is it that we are creating. So it's really interesting, because as much as you think that you might be in control and that you're not being influenced by other energies, we are very receptive to that. So I went home for the holidays. And it was a very interesting time, because I was able to truly see things for what they are. I've really significantly shifted in this past year, and I have been making decisions that are totally aligned for myself with my health. And I don't take any shortcuts anymore. Convenience is not a choice that I am choosing to make, because I am looking at the long-term game, not the short-term game. And the short term, with whatever you get with time, with convenience, is not necessarily benefiting you, even in the short term, even though we've been thought to believe that we are. So, for example, a lot of my family eats very poorly. And, for them, it's, well, I don't have time to cook. I have a very busy life. I have to go to work. I have to take care of kids, and I have a lot of things to do. And so let me just use this convenient food in order to feed my family. But then there are issues like, mood issues and body issues, like, gut issues and skin and all these different things that are happening. And the conversations are all based on sickness all day long. That's all they're talking about. And like, what should I use on my skin? Because now I'm very sensitive to this. Or, my child is throwing more tantrums than usual. And then you look at all the corn syrup that they're eating. There's so much talk about sickness that, that they're unable to kind of see their way out of it. Now, here I am, buying my own food, taking care of myself, eating my own things. And I thought that I was immune to everything that was going on. I've had a pain that's moving down the right side of my body that's been, there for a couple of years, and it's been slowly moving. It's like started in my neck. It's still a little bit in my neck, but it's down in my elbow now. And, I've been working through this. I've been doing as much as I can to, really take care of it, support it with nutrition, with my way of life. But I found myself on the plane ride back, because I was going through a lot of pain. And what it is whenever something manifests in our physicality, it's been in our energetic field for a very long time. So what's happening right now is that my body is processing this pain. It's going through the healing symptoms of it. And, unfortunately, we look at symptoms as being a negative thing, indicating that something is wrong, when it's actually showing us what is happening and what has happened, and that the symptoms are now, are trying to move through this and try to fix it and remedy it. So anyway, I was, it's been a lot of control issues in my life. My right arm, I'm right-handed. There's a lot there dealing with masculine and control, and, a lot of different layers to this story. But I found myself on the plane thinking, I should see a physical therapist. Now, there's nothing wrong with physical therapy. Physical therapy is great and it can help you in a lot of different ways. But I was a little bit surprised by this idea that just struck me out of nowhere, thinking that I couldn't take care of this problem myself. So much of my family is dependent on somebody outside of them taking care of things for them. All they have to do is check off the boxes and follow the rules, and everything will be okay. But nothing is ever okay. And so here I was thinking, like, oh, I can't do this myself. Let me go to a physical therapist. If I need to go to a physical therapist one day, I can. I went to go see acupuncture and chiropractors, and I did a lot of different things, and those things helped, and they were temporary relief, and they helped a lot. But I also realized what this is about me learning to really trust myself and do what I need to take care of myself. And so I caught myself in that thought, and I was like, wow, this is really crazy that I picked up this idea of giving my power of authority away to somebody else to fix this problem for me, that I didn't have the knowledge or could not be led to what I needed to do to heal this. Now, I spent a lot of my time there influencing them and giving them tips and giving them ideas, but you can lead a horse to water, you can't force them to drink, right? So there's only so much that that they picked up on, and when it needs to activate, if it needs to activate for them, it will. But for me, I was able to see that that they were having an influence on me, even though I was not consciously taking it in. It was there in my subconscious, so much so that it was impacting my thoughts. Now, this is why it's really, really, really important to pay attention to the environments you're putting yourself in, and to the company that you keep, and all of these choices that you're making in life. Because even if you are not paying direct attention to it, even if you are not giving it energy, even if you do not believe it, it is ingrained into your subconscious thought, and it has a way of influencing you if you are not paying attention. So luckily I caught that thought, and I was like, nope, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure this out. So, I got home, I started juicing, I did, hot cold therapy, and, I do red light therapy, and I have an acupuncture mat, and all these different techniques, and they're helping it. They're helping that pain move through. Is the pain completely gone? No, because I'm still resolving a conflict within my body. There is still something that is going through this healing process as I learn to let go of control. I realize that I have not been completely surrendering, and a lot of this lack of surrendering in my life is coming from this idea that I need to control that. I need to do that. If this is not done my way, then it will not get done. Now, there's of course areas in my life that I need to be prepared, and that I do take control, like not assuming that I can find my food when I go to visit family. So being prepared and going to the grocery store and immediately stocking the fridge with the food that I need so that I can eat. And anyway, I tell this story because, this is what I'm working through with my arm, but this is what we all are working through in our life in our own way. Learning how to surrender, learning how to let go, and learning how to trust. But that also means being careful of where you're putting yourself in. What situations are you putting yourself into? Today is New Year's Eve. Enjoy yourself. Learn to live in whatever way makes you happy. But then you can also learn how to be in flow with that. If you find yourself in conversations that are not making you feel good, leave that conversation. If you find yourself not feeling good at the party, leave the party. Who cares if it's not midnight yet? For me, I'm choosing to be in my own energy because that's where I am feeling like I can really completely surrender to what is coming, because there are big changes that are coming. There are big changes on the horizon, big changes in our personal lives, in our collective lives. And what do we need to do to prepare? We need to know ourselves. We need to have this conversation with ourselves. We need to be feeling into that heart center and knowing what is us and what is other. Because it doesn't matter. Whoever is out there, whatever teacher, even listening to me, don't take everything that I say as gospel in any way. This is all just information for us to better know ourselves. Use your energy wisely. 2024 is all about mastering your energy. How are you choosing to master your energy? What situations are you putting yourself into? What choices are you making in life? And how can you use that information to help guide you to the next place where you're meant to be? This next energy level, this next version of you. What are you learning about yourself? And how are you using your power of authority to help influence and code a new energy frequency? I can go out there and I can talk about all the bad things that are happening in the world, Or I can go out there and talk about all the good things that you can do to take care of yourself. One is going to attract a certain vibration to me, and the other is going to attract a different vibration towards me. I know what vibration I want to be in. What vibration do you want to be in? That is the choice that you get to make with each and every one of your decisions, your thoughts, your actions, from everything that you choose to eat, to watch, to converse about, to engage with people about. That is what you're coding life with. So as you enter into this new year, as you enter into this new collective field of a bright energy, do not lose that momentum to really truly know who you are and code a new way of being, a being that resonates with the highest version of yourself. I love you very much. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Blessings to everyone.